What's going on, guys? It is Bernardo, and today is all about deploying Microsoft Office LTSC 2021. And I'm actually going to do it within my MDT environment. You are able to do the same kind of steps within your SCCM environment. So let's get right into it. Now, the first thing that we need to do is log into your Microsoft Volume License Server Center portal and locate your Office LTSC Standard 2021 or whichever version you have, right? We need to download that Office Deployment Tool exe file, so just download it. We're going to locate that particular exe file. It dropped it inside the downloads folder for me. I'm going to select it, right-click on it, and run it as an administrator. We're going to check here to accept the license and terms. Click on Continue. We're going to drop it inside the desktop, but I'm going to create a folder called Office 2021. Select it, and I'm going to click OK, and files are extracted successfully. Super fast, super simple. Now, if you go inside the desktop and double click on that Office 2021 folder, you're going to see a bunch of XML files and a setup file. This is not the installation stuff, okay? You got to do a little bit more. By default, it gives you a bunch of configuration XML files that you are able to edit and modify it within your environment, but I like to create a brand new one. And to do that, we're going to go to the following website. Within this website, we are going to go to the section where it says create a new configuration. So click on create, and right here, follow the steps. The first step, pick your flavor. I'm going to pick 64-bit. And then the next step is click on the drop down, pick your Office suite. For me, it was Office LTSC Standard 2021. If you are installing Visio or Project or any additional products, make sure you fill it out here. And then you're going to go down, make sure you pick your channel and as well as which version you want. At the apps section, you are able to basically exclude which application you do not want to be deployed. By default, all the apps within the Office suite is enabled. So click on Next. We need to pick our language, so click on the drop-down menu, pick your language. If you have any additional ones, pick it here, click Next. Now for the installation, pick how you want to deploy Office. Once you're done, click on Next. Now for the upgrade options, this is up to you. I left everything as the default, so I clicked on Next. Now for license and activation, this is really up to you. You are able to automatically accept the EULA. You are able to enter your product key and also change the way that the product activation behaves during the process. So once you're done with that, you're going to click on Next. From here, you're able to provide your company's name and a description. Once you're done, click on Next. And for the application preferences, just go over this stuff and make any modifications. They go all the way to the bottom and click on Finish. From here, we are going to click on Export. And you have three options. I am going to pick the first option, which is keep current settings, and then click on OK. I'm going to accept the license and terms and give the file name a name. Now I'm going to leave it as the default as configuration and then click on export. Once the export is done, we are going to open that folder where that configuration file was dropped into. For me, it was downloaded inside the downloads folder. So I'm actually going to cut and paste this particular configuration.xml file into that Office 2021 folder that we created on the desktop. And voila, it's done. Now, we're not done yet, right? This is half the battle. So the next thing that we need to do is hold down the Shift key and right click on that Office 2021 folder. Holding the Shift key and right clicking on that folder will give me the option to open PowerShell Windows here, because that's what I need. And it's going to basically give me this. Now we need to run the following command. When we run this following command with the parameter of /download and then calling out that configuration file that we just created together at that website, once we hit enter, what's going to happen is within that Office 2021 folder, you're going to see a folder pop up with additional stuff in it. The folder automatically is called Office. Give it some time because what's happening is downloading all the installation files that you need to install Office on your new fresh machine. Now, the way that you know it's completely done is if you go inside the PowerShell command, you're going to see that it's waiting for an additional command, right? That's great. That basically means it is done downloading. Now it is time to open up your MDT or SCCM. It doesn't matter which one you're using. I'm just doing MDT right now, right? So I am going to select my app folder. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to click on New App. I'm going to choose App with Source Folders. Click on Next. You're going to provide all the information that you need. Once you're done, click Next. Now it's time for us to pick our source directory. So let's click on Browse. And we're going to choose that Office 2021 folder on our desktop. So select it, click OK, bam, easy, right? So let's click on Next here. It's going to specify a name for the directory. You are able to change it, but I'm going to leave it as the default. Click Next here. Now, this is where the magic happens. You need to enter the following command. You're going to do the same thing with SCCM. We need to call out that setup file with the parameter of /configure, calling out our configuration file that we created together within that portal. Make sure that you're using the .xml extension. Once you're done, click on Next. You're going to get a nice little summary. Click Next here. It's going to start importing all those files within the correct directory to deploy this application within your MDT. The same thing is going to happen with your SCCM. Once it's done, you're going to get a confirmation, so just click on Finish. Now, within my MDT server, I'm going to select the main MDT deployment share folder, right-click on it, click on Update Deployment Share, just follow all the commands here, so it's next here, and once it's done, I'm going to get this, and just click on Finish. Now, within my environment, I normally go inside Windows Deployment Services. I go inside the Boot Images folder, and I select my boot image. I right-click on it, and I click on Replace Image, and I click on Browse, and I pick my boot image. I pick my 64-bit one, click on Open, click on Next, click Next here, click Next here, click Next here, click Finish, bam. This is something that I like to do. You guys don't really need to do this, but for me, I like doing this. Now, last thing that I like to do on my WDS server is restart the services. So I'm going to pick my WDS server name, right-click on it, go to All Tasks, and just click on Restart, and successfully restarted the WDS services. Now, at the end of the video, you're going to see me create a virtual machine and get into my MDT environment. I'm going to Pixie Boot. I'm going to pick that task sequence. I'm going to basically pick Microsoft Office LTSC 2021 as one of the applications to push. Once the deployment is done, you're going to see everything live, so stay tuned for that. And hopefully you guys enjoy, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.